Okay, good day to all science students. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss about the movements in the atmosphere including land breeze, sea breeze, and monsoons. For learning competency, account for the occurrence of land and sea breezes, monsoons, and the Intertropical Convergence Zone or the ITCZ. Describe the effects of certain weather systems in Philippines. For learning objectives, discuss how land breeze and sea breeze form. Differentiate northeast monsoon from southwest monsoon. Determine how the Intertropical Convergence Zone affects the Philippines. So how do weather systems affect people? Recall that heat may be transferred by conduction, convection, and radiation. These mechanisms move energy from one place to another, warm the ground and the air, and cause cool, dense air to sink and push warm air out. So as the gases in the Earth's atmosphere are heated by convection and radiation, their densities decrease, causing them to rise. As heated air rises, it is replaced by the denser cold air above. Since energy is given off to the surrounding air by the rising air, the temperature of the rising air decreases eventually. At the same time, the colder air that has replaced the rising air is now warmed by the Earth's atmosphere, rises and is replaced by the cold air above, and the cycle continues. This vertical movement of air is called convection current. Convection currents transfer energy, causing temperature changes in the Earth's troposphere. So air moves from areas of higher pressure to areas of lower pressure. This movement of air generates wind, or the horizontal movement of air across the Earth's surface. Wind has two characteristics, the speed and direction. Wind speed is the measure of the distance traveled by air per unit time. The wind direction tells us from which direction the wind moves. Winds may be sea breeze or land breeze depending on where they came from. An easterly wind comes from the east and the westerly wind from the west. So land breeze and sea breeze are local winds, which are regular patterns of winds influenced by local topography. During the day, the land surface is warmer than the sea because the land heats up more quickly. Kapag umaga, ang tawag po is sea breeze. So this produces an area of low pressure over the land and an area of high pressure over the water, creating a gentle wind. Since winds are named after where they come from, the movement of the wind from the sea to the land is called sea breeze. So sea breeze po is nangyayari tuwing araw. Kasi po, kung titignan natin dito sa illustration, ang mas mabilis pong uminit ay ang land. So ang tendency, yung nandito sa land ay iinit agad yung atmosphere. So ang tendency, gagaan siya o magkakaroon ng lower density. So therefore, ang direction niya is going upward. So that upward movement of heated atmosphere will be replaced nitong galing dito sa mas malamig na atmosphere galing sa ocean. So ang ihi po is from ocean going to the land. So tinatawag po siya na sea breeze kapag umaga. Kasi nga po ang pinaka-concept doon is mas mabilis uminit ang land kumpara sa water. At night, the process is reversed. So sa gabi naman po nagkakaroon ng pagbabaliktad since land loses heat more quickly than the sea. Kung ang land po ay mabilis uminit during daytime, during nighttime naman, siya naman ang mabilis lumamig. So, ang magiging mas mainit na sa gabi ay ang dagat. So, this creates a breeze that moves from the land towards the sea. So, kung titingnan natin sa illustration, ayan, mas mainit na yung tubig sa yung atmosphere sa dagat kasi nga mainit yung dagat kumpara sa land during nighttime. Kasi nga ang land cool faster during nighttime. So, ang tendency po, the air will move from land going to the sea. That's why that is called as land breeze. So local winds affect weather in the sense that they moderate the climate of regions depending upon their location. They can affect the climate by increasing or decreasing the temperature and the humidity. So ayan, kung i-compare po natin ulit yung land and sea breeze, the sea breeze happens during daytime and the land breeze happens during nighttime. So panoorin po natin ito.
Let's learn about formation of wind, land breeze, and sea breeze. Have you ever thought what causes wind to blow? How is wind formed? Let's understand the phenomenon of formation of wind. It's all related to our star, the sun. The sun's heat causes the air to become warm. The warm air is lighter than the cool air. The warm air being lighter, starts to rise up. As the warm air rises up, the cooler air starts moving in to take its place. This movement in air causes wind. We can say the moving air is called wind. A gentle wind is called a breeze, whereas a strong wind is called a gale. A stronger wind accompanied with rain is called a storm. And a storm that is accompanied with thunder and lightning is called a thunderstorm. Now let's understand what are sea breeze and land breeze. Sea breeze. During the day, the land heats up faster than the sea. Thus, the air above the land becomes warm. Since warm air is lighter, the air above the land rises up. The cooler and heavier air above the sea rushes over the land to fill up the space. The cooler air that moves from the sea towards the land during the day is called the sea breeze. Land breeze. During the night, the land cools down faster than the sea. As the sea is warmer at night, the air above the sea also remains warm. The warm air is lighter, and so, it rises up. The cooler and heavier air above the land moves towards the sea to fill up the space. The cooler air that moves from the land towards the sea during the night is called the land breeze.
Okay, let us now proceed to monsoons. Aside from local winds, another effect of the heating and cooling patterns of the atmosphere is the formation of monsoons. Monsoons are winds that change direction as the seasons change. Wind blows in one direction for about 6 months, then blows the other way for the next 6 months. Monsoons are caused by the difference in the annual temperature trends over land and sea. The annual cycle of monsoons begins in the winter months, when air from the cold, dry interior of Asia, north of the Himalayas, flows toward a warm, low-pressure area over India. During the winter months in the northern hemisphere, the continents are much cooler than the sea. The air pressure over the continents is higher than the air pressure over the sea. Dry air flows from the high-pressure area over the continent to the low-pressure area over the sea. During summer, this pattern is reversed as the continents in the northern hemisphere become much warmer than the sea. Moist wind blows from the high-pressure area over the sea to the low-pressure area over the continents, South Asia and Southeast Asia, where the Philippines is, experience the most extreme monsoons. So, tandaan po natin na yung movement ng atmosphere or ng air is from higher pressure going to the lower. So the northeast monsoon and the southeast monsoon are the two principal air streams that have the greatest impact on the climate of the Philippines. The northeast monsoon, as you can see in the figure, known as amihan, starts as a mass of cold, dry air originating from a high-pressure weather system that forms over Siberia and China. The dry air mass gradually moves down toward Southeast Asia, gathering moisture from the Pacific Ocean before it reaches the Philippines. The northeast monsoon is characterized by widespread cloudiness with moderate rainfall and cold weather, especially in the eastern section of the country. It affects the Philippines from late October to early March. So hanggang ngayon nararanasan po natin yung amihan na yan. So it affects the Philippines from October to March. So the country generally experiences the colder weather and lesser tropical cyclones due to the persistence of the northeast monsoons, or known as amihan. Okay, the southwest monsoon, locally known as habagat, originates from a high-pressure weather system over the Australian continent in the Indian Ocean, which is southwest of the Philippines. Kaya tinawag siya na southwest monsoon because originated from the southwest part of the Philippines. From there, the wind moves up across the equatorial region into the Philippines, bringing heavy rains to the western portion of the country. The southwest monsoon affects the Philippines from June to early October. It brings the rainy seasons to the western portion of the country. Okay, for our mini test, how does land breeze form and also the sea breeze? So, a land breeze forms at night when the sea is warmer than the land. The less dense air over the sea rises and creates a low pressure area. The colder, denser air from the land replaces warm air over the sea. Meanwhile, a sea breeze formed during the day when the earth's surface is warmer than the sea. The warmer, less dense air over the land rises, creating a low pressure area. The cooler, denser air from the sea replaces the warm air over the land. So for number 2, in the figure A, it is in the area of high pressure and B is in the area of low pressure. Draw an arrow to show the direction of the air movement. So nabanggit ko po yung kanina, what will be the direction from high pressure to low pressure or from low pressure going to the high pressure? Let's check your answer. Okay, the movement should be from high pressure to low pressure. So number 3, how are monsoons formed? So the differential heating of the atmosphere over the sea and land causes monsoons. So number 4, using a Venn diagram, compare and contrast the northeast and the southwest monsoon. Ano yung pagkakaiba at pagkakahalintulad ng habagat at amihan? So tingnan natin dito sa picture. Ayan, yung nasa middle part, okay, yung nasa middle part, yan yung pagkakaparehas ng dalawa. So, yun na muna ang sagutan natin. So, for both affects the Philippines. Okay, what about for the northeast monsoon? Okay, originates over high pressure area in Siberia as called dry air mass. What about southwest monsoon? Okay, originates over high air pressure in Australian continent. So, another answer will, yung ibang sagot kayo naman based dun sa mga i-discuss po natin. Okay, the ITCZ or the Intertropical Convergence Zone. So, in weather reports, we often hear about trade winds in the Intertropical Convergence Zone or ITCZ. Trade winds in the ITCZ are interrelated and bring about changes in the weather. So, trade winds are air currents near the equator. They do not move in a straight path but are deflected because of the Coriolis effect. For instance, the wind from the north moves to the east before reaching the equator. This wind is called the northeast trade wind. Okay, meanwhile, the ITCZ is an area near the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, where trade winds from the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere converge or meet. So the position of the ITCZ varies seasonally because it follows the sun. It moves north during summer in the northern hemisphere, June, July, August, and south during winter in the northern hemisphere, December, January to February. O kung nalilito po kayo dun sa northern and southern hemisphere, kung titingnan natin itong globe, itong upper part from the equator ang tinatawag na northern hemisphere. At itong nasa baba naman ng kalahati is the so-called the southern hemisphere. So yan po yung direction ng ITCZ. It moves north during summer in the northern hemisphere. So pataas po siya dun sa equator from June to August, and south during winter in the northern hemisphere. So that is from December to February. The ITCZ affects the weather in the Philippines, bringing frequent rains and thunderstorm. Ayan, kung titingnan natin ito, nagkakaroon po siya ng fluctuation ng yung tinatawag natin na poleward of the ITCZ. Pwedeng umaangat siya pa po itong red. Kung titingnan natin, ang direction niya is umangat siya na going to the northern hemisphere. Ito naman blue part is bumaba siya dito going to the southern hemisphere. So the poleward movement of the ITCZ is more noticeable over land than over water and over the northern hemisphere than over the southern hemisphere. During July and August, the ITCZ is situated between 5 degrees to 15 degrees north of the equator, over the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, over the land masses of Africa and Asia. It is further north, it may be moved up to 30 degrees north of the equator. The air in ITCZ moves in vertical motion so that there is little surface wind in the ITCZ. This is why the sailors refer to the ITCZ as the doldrums of the calms. Okay, for mini test, how does the ITCZ affect the weather in the Philippines? So the answer, the Intertropical Convergence Zone brings moderate to severe winds, frequent cloudiness, rain, and thunderstorm. So syempre nakaka-apekto po yun sa atin, specifically in farmers. So you have to consider this weather condition in terms of farming. So number 2, how does the ITCZ move in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere? So the periodic change influences the Intertropical Convergence Zone in the solar energy distribution across the different parts of the Earth. For example, from June to September, the sun is positioned more directly over the Tropic of Cancer, which causes the northern hemisphere to receive more solar energy than the southern hemisphere. As a result, the Intertropical Convergence Zone moves northward towards its northernmost position. Yung pala po ang dahilan because of the movement or the tilting of the Earth. Nakaka-apekto po yun. So next lesson po natin about the Earth's motion.